Hi, today we're going to do a simulation of the IELTS speaking test. We're doing it together. This is Yash. So let's get started. Hi, my name is Semke. What is your name?
Hi, my name is Yash Mitra.
All right, what should I call you?
You can call me Yash.
All right, sounds good. And where do you currently reside, Yash?
I stay in Delhi, India.
All right, sounds good. Can I see your identification, please?
Yes, of course.
All right. Thank you so much. So today I would like to ask you a few questions about traveling. So what was the last destination you went on holiday?
The last one I went to was Dubai. I went about 2-3 months ago. It was beautiful. Yeah.
All right, so what places did you visit in Dubai?
Oh, there were a lot of places. So in Dubai, the old Dubai area especially, that was the major traditional place that I visited, of course, which they really still have their old Dubai vibe, the heritage over there. I also visited some of the modern areas like the Burj Khalifa, which is, of course, at the center of Dubai, right? I visited certain other areas like the Marina, which were, again, beautiful in itself. Nothing like I've ever seen before. So yeah, those were just some of the places I visited in Dubai.
All right, sounds good. And would you like to go back there?
Yeah, absolutely. It was amazing in itself. I haven't seen anything like it before. At the same time, it was a bit made up, man-made, artificial as well. But I certainly think that I would like to see how it evolves in the upcoming years. So I would love to visit again, yes.
Sounds good. So what kind of tourist destination do you prefer?
Well, I personally prefer anything which is close to a beach per se. I really like the tropical vibe, and anywhere I can get that in the world, I like to go there.
Okay, sounds good. And how did you travel in Dubai itself?
So their public transportation is quite decent. I was able to use the metro for the most times. There was a bit of an issue with the rain. There was too much rain actually, due to which some of the metro stations were actually covered with water and we could not even enter. And hence, sometimes I had to use cabs and buses. I tried to avoid using cabs because, they're very costly in Dubai. But sometimes buses, sometimes cabs, and the rest of the times metro, of course.
Okay. And in comparison to your home country, what kind of mode of transportation do you use in your home country?
Well, it could be anything, right, from cars to bikes, and sometimes public transportation too. Yeah.
What kind of public transportation does India have?
Well, India has a lot of buses. It depends on really where you are, but buses are prevalent. Then there's also metros if you are in one of the tier 1 cities. And of course, they also have a lot of other methods such as railway, and there's air transport as well, like airplanes. All of these transportations, well.
Okay. So with that being said, what is your preferred mode of transportation?
The preferred mode of transportation really depends on the distance, but if I'm going, let's say, on a daily basis, I would personally prefer to use the car. It's because, where I stay right now in Delhi, the temperatures can be either too hot or too cold many times of the year, and hence just the air conditioning really helps.
All right, that makes sense. So what is traffic like in your home country?
Well, in my home country, traffic is crazy. So in India, of course, as you might know, it's one of the most populated countries in the world, and hence the traffic also is very much so, very well populated on the streets. It's sometimes difficult to get from place A to B, which is just about 10 kilometers. You might end up spending 30-40 minutes. It's normal over here, especially if you're in an area like Delhi, which is very, very overpopulated almost at this point. But with that said, it's something that I've gotten used to.
All right. So we now are at part 2 of the speaking test. I will give you a cue card. You can take 1 minute to go through it, write down some notes, and then I'll give you 1 to 2 minutes to talk about it. All right?
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much. So guys, for the purpose of this test, I'm going to be using this laptop to record my notes so that I can show you what I am recording and you can see what kind of notes I take. I'm going to put on a timer of 60 seconds and we're going to work with that from there. And, of course, I'll try to make my notes in a fashion that, you guys can see essentially how I'm making them. All right, I think that's it, guys. Now I'm going to start speaking. We're going to put again a timer of somewhere around 2 minutes. I'm going to try to contain my response within that. Okay.
All right, Yash, let's get started.
Okay. So the present that actually I want to talk to you about today is going to be a DSLR camera. It was given to me about 5 years ago by my parents. And the reason that they gave it to me is because I used to be very interested in becoming a YouTube content creator. I tried a lot of times, tried various YouTube channels, some of them shut down, they did not work out very well for me. And the reason is that I just did not have the right equipment to produce the quality of videos that other people were creating in the market. I was using my phone's camera, I was using some travel cameras that we used to have, but they were just not working out. And hence, it was on one of my birthdays, I still remember, that I got this beautiful DSLR camera. It wasn't the most expensive one on the market, it was initially one of the starting ones itself, but it was enough to get the job done. It helped me make sure that I could create the content and deliver it in a format to the audience that it looks good, that it basically helps the audience as well as helps my channel grow. And to me, this is really what a gift should be. This is what it means to me, essentially. A gift should be an opportunity, for instance, in this case it was. For me, it was an opportunity to make my dream come true, to make sure that I could build and grow my channel in a way that the audience likes it, that I'm able to do it, because repeatedly failing at it just because not having the equipment, essentially, it really got me sometimes very low in my life, and I was feeling quite a lot of times very, very blue because of it. And that's what this gift was, and that's why I want to talk to you about that today.
All right, that's a great summary. Thank you so much. Let's stop it. So this is part 3 of the speaking section. So I do have some additional questions regarding gifts for you. So is it customary to offer presents in your country?
Yeah, absolutely. Presents are used from a very small occasion to a very big occasion, essentially. It could be a small festival that we celebrate, or it could be a very big festival like Diwali. It could be essentially something like Holi. It could be something like Eid. All these festivals, generally, you would see that people exchange gifts amongst each other. At the same time, it could be an event such as a birthday or someone's anniversary, wherein people would also exchange gifts in many cases.
So have the kind of gifts given changed over the past 40 years?
Well, I wouldn't say all of the gifts have changed. Certainly, there's been quite some gifts like, per se, you can say, jewelry or sweets, which, are evergreen. You can give them today, I'm sure you can give them 40 years later or 40 years ago. It's the same importance. It's similarly, given today as well. However, there are certainly new kinds of gifts introduced. People, for instance, nowadays gift other people mobile phones, anything starting from just an electronic pen drive to essentially even a washing machine, even cars in certain cases. So the digital era has certainly, taken over, and we are seeing that the gifts have started becoming a little bit more digital, technical essentially in many ways. But with that said, the essence of the gift has still remained.
All right. Okay, so with that being said, what is the most popular gift that is given in your country?
I think that would really depend on person to person. I wouldn't say there's a particular popular gift, but if I had to tell you, especially for women or even men in many cases nowadays, jewelry really tends to stand out. It could be a watch for a man. It could be a bracelet for a woman. It could be a necklace. It could be a ring. Could be really anything, could be earrings. But as long as there's jewelry on the table, I can assure you, people are walking away happy.
Okay, and do you find gift giving an important aspect of life?
Yeah, absolutely. I find it to be very important. It helps us build the relation, maintain the relationship, and it helps us show the other person that you have respect for them. At the same point in time that you appreciate them very much, that's something that goes through with the help of a gift, because you took the time to think about what you want to give them. It doesn't have to be very costly, but as long as essentially you show that you actually went in, put in that effort and, got the gift for the other person, I think they feel so much more appreciated. And on top of that, of course, they also feel a little bit of happiness inside because of that. And that's why I think gift giving is very important.
Fair enough. So can you describe the best gift you've ever given to someone?
Yeah. So I personally feel that the best gift that I have given would be a gift of experience, essentially. Now, my parents, generally, they have not visited a lot of countries outside of India. we've been relatively of a lower middle class family, and we could not exactly go out. It was very costly. And hence, what I wanted to give them was an experience. That's why I got them, I've actually given them 2 gifts till now. One to Dubai, I actually, booked their tickets, helped them with hotels and everything. And the second one was with Turkey, essentially. So I actually helped them visit these 2 countries, all expense paid, so that they can actually go ahead and, really enjoy and see different cultures, experience different people's lives and, cultures. All these things, essentially, I think they are the best gift you can give them, because this is a gift of experience. And to me, that's why I wanted to give them that experience which they have not had before.
Well, that's a great gift.
Thank you.
And do you think gift giving will disappear in the future?
I don't personally feel so. Like I said, to me especially, and I think to most people nowadays as well, it's a very important integral part of life. I've not really seen a major shift where people have stopped giving gifts, and in fact, on certain occasions in my country, if you don't do that, it almost comes off as rude. So I personally don't think that would be the case.
All right. So that concludes part 3 of the IELTS speaking test. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, guys. And this is sort of a test where you can actually get the idea of what an IELTS 9-pointer, 9-band assist review would look like in the test. These should be the kind of answers. You saw that I stuttered a lot of times. I also had a little bit of issues sometimes answering questions. I did not always have the right answer, and sometimes I repeated the questions just to get a little bit of more time, essentially, in order to be able to answer the questions that you put up. But at the end of the day, as long as you are able to get your point through, get your point across, and you are able to speak in a way that the other person is able to understand you, and they get the pointers which really they are asking, essentially the answers are given, basically that's what they're looking for, right? There's a lot more videos like this, and of course you can make sure that you ask for more such videos in the comments down below. I'll be happy to make more for you if you do that. And also we have a lot more content like this on Instagram, so make sure that you follow us over there and subscribe to the channel over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best.